How's it going, YouTube? TuneRadio here. Sparking Zero got some new screenshots revealed, and honestly, they look really cool. Some of these are the same as what was shown in the trailer, only with more effects and minor changes, such as Goku Super Saiyan Blue hair no longer clipping through his ear. The biggest reveals are two things that relate to the art. First, and this can be credited to Dr. Love on YouTube, is that Piccolo, when using the special beam cannon, his model looks more similar to the Saiyan Saga Piccolo, especially looking into the eyes. This could mean that we are returning to the Budokai Tenkaichi 3 way of having one character, but separating them into 2 or 3 characters based on saga and art style. The second thing I wanted to mention was Yamcha's Wolf Fang Fist, which looks very cool in classic Dragon Ball. This could be a hint at more classic Dragon Ball to come. The third thing I should mention is the weather system. When Android 17 is shown in the trailer, the background is dark and cloudy. However, in the magazine screenshot, it's a more clear sky. This could either mean different weather with every match, or the weather dynamically changes based off things like transformations. Also in the magazine were quotes, which we've got some translations for thanks for Shonen Games on Twitter. I won't go through each of the quotes because they're actually quite lengthy, but to summarize, they basically go on about how this roster is really robust and they're trying hard to live up to the legacy of Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which also had a large roster. They also touched on gameplay, further confirming the destructible environments, but also that it's really speedy and dynamic. They also talked about how the transformations will have the wind blowing, which they confirmed in the IGN interview we covered a while back. Switching gears to Dragon Ball Super. Chapter 100 isn't out yet, but what we know so far is that it officially ends at the same place the superhero movie did. Thanks to the leaks, we know there's an editor's note at the end saying, "The crisis on Earth is over, but the battle of the superheroes does not end." Jump Magazine goes into detail on Super to celebrate the 100th chapter, and they specifically mentioned Black Frieza whenever they showed all the other villains, saying that his power was close to that of a god of destructions, talking about whenever he destroyed Goku and Vegeta at the end of the Moro, or rather the Granola arc. The Moro arc was before Granola. This, of course, has big implications for the next arc, which many people speculate is when we'll finally see Black Frieza popping back up and taking on the heroes. Jumping back to the quote where they said the battle of the superheroes does not end, I'm seeing some people speculating that maybe they're going to extend the superhero arc by adding more of an epilogue to the characters and things like that, but hopefully, and I don't have any proof of this, I'm just hoping that that's not the direction they're leaning, and I'm hoping they're more leaning toward the direction of whenever they say the battle of the superheroes does not end, they're talking about maybe Trunks and Goten as superheroes getting into the fight, maybe Black Frieza shows up to Earth, maybe they're talking about Goku or Vegeta. There's just many ways to interpret that, so it's all open to interpretation. I'm just going to read Chapter 100 for myself and for my own opinions on it and try to be a little bit open-minded but also optimistic, because when it comes to Dragon Ball Super, we've gone through some of the most boring periods of Dragon Ball Super this past year, because they spent, honestly, the Goten and Trunks prequel arc I actually really liked. I liked it a lot more than a lot of other people did. A lot of other people were like hardcore hating on it, saying that it sucked and was boring, and they didn't like the way Trunks was being written and Goten and everything like that. Like they were saying that Trunks was out of character and stuff. And honestly, I liked it. I really, really liked it. You can go back on my videos, and I thought it was very reminiscent of the Gohan stuff in the Buu arc whenever he was going to high school. Like I just thought it was fun and charming. So to see that was really cool, and then you go into the superhero recap arc, and that's whenever I started to feel that same momentum of, okay, can we just get through this? Can we hurry up and stuff? The minor changes were fun, but for how long we've had it, I don't think it was worth it. So I'm glad there's finally some light at the end of the tunnel, and we're almost through this. So I will definitely still be making a video comparing these chapter to the movie. But my last video actually did really poorly, and I have to attribute that to maybe people running out of interest in the arc. It's coming to a close, and people just aren't as interested as they were. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Anyways, guys, let's hope Black Frieza shows up and we have a really good arc for this next arc of DBS. Make sure to like, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all Dragon Ball news. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace off.